Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Last week I set out a poll because I was not available, and there was a poll between two recipes, and the winning recipe is the triple chocolate cheesecake. Sounds pretty good. So let's get going. What I will tell you is the bottom layer I cheated on. If you are keto, you need to follow the instructions for the crust. If you are low carb, you can follow the instructions for the crust, or you can do what I'm doing. At the store, the Diamond brand sells those walnut and pecan low carb crust. They now make one in a chocolate flavor. So you can buy one of those, crush it in a Ziploc bag with a couple melted tablespoons of butter, pour it in your 8x8 parchment lined paper at 350, and you only need to heat it about 5 minutes to set it. You don't have to do the full cooking process because it was already cooked in the store for you. You just need to set it and continue to go. That's what I'm doing. So it's already at 4 minutes. So I already started that. So I'm doing the store-bought low carb Diamond chocolate crust with a couple tablespoons of butter and only 5 minutes. But if you want to follow the crust recipe here and go true keto, feel free. All right, now we're going to make the filling while that's baking. The chocolate cheesecake filling is 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of sour cream, an egg, 1/2 cup of powdered sweetener of choice, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Try to go Dutch cocoa, it'll give you a richer flavor, and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And we are simply going to whisk it. I'll whisk for a minute, it's gonna be loud, then I will come back to you guys. So we just put it in here and start going to town. Actually, I might be able to stay with you. Let me just get that end off. All right, so you guys saw the total time on that. That was fast. It says not to over mix, so I'm just gonna give it kind of a roundabout, and you can even see as you're looking in, it's nice and creamy. So we're gonna hang tight for just a moment, and when that crust pops out, we're gonna top it. All right, see you in just a minute. Okay, so the crust is out of the pan, or not out of the pan, out of the oven, and we are simply just going to add that filling that you saw to the pan. Here we go, should be pretty quick. Now we're going to be baking this for 30 minutes. Then you must cool completely. I'm going to put it on the countertop for about 15 to 20 until it's safe to move to the refrigerator. And then I'm going to finish in there. I'm going to let it cool at least an hour. And then we're going to make what's called a chocolate ganache. That's our third layer for the triple chocolate. I've almost got this in here to spread out. And that's gonna be great. So now I just gotta spread this out. Kind of looks like a pudding consistency as I'm spreading. So I'm sure it'll set up nicely when it's baking. I'm gonna try to just level it out here a little bit. All right, so it goes back into the oven now for 30 minutes. Cool on the counter for a few, move to the refrigerator to finish for 1 hour, and then you do the ganache, and I'll meet you back here for that part. Okay, so at this time, the cheesecake has cooled and it's time to make the ganache. We have 1 cup of baking chips that are a dark chocolate. They don't even look like regular chocolate chips. They have like a different shape to them. But we have 1 cup that I'm gonna put in a container. I'm actually gonna show you the bag that I got, but they tell you that they're a baking dark chocolate. So you wanna make sure that you have that. So baking dark chocolate, and then 1 cup of simmering heavy cream. Now I did mine in the microwave. They recommend on the stovetop. I just did it at 30-second increments because I needed to be facing you and not facing that way. We're gonna pour it directly over the top of the chips and it should start melting immediately. And I just keep stirring until it's fully melted. So I'm gonna start melting, and in a minute I should be able to aim this down. If I have to put it back in the microwave for a second or two, I will. But yeah, they don't want you, for some reason, to add the chips to the pan, which I don't exactly know why, because I'll totally stick this in the microwave if I need to. So I'm just stirring, and I'll kind of give you a peek at what I'm doing. So I'm just stirring up the baking chocolate and the heavy cream until everything is melted. And we're getting there. We're totally, oh, I don't even have all, some chocolate pieces didn't make it in. I want all my chocolate. So it's equal parts. 1 cup chocolate, baking chocolate, and make sure it is a dark chocolate. Guys, I totally recommend the baking chips. You can buy a dark chocolate bar, but you have to buy enough bars to make up an entire cup worth. That's gonna cost you a lot more money than just buying a bag of dark chocolate baking chips. And for this one, I did not do Lily's because Lily's is not as dark a chocolate as what they recommend. They want a darker chocolate. You can see this is getting very nice. It's very creamy. And this cheesecake looks amazing. You could probably dig in here if you didn't want to add the ganache layer. This is literally just going to pour on top, and it has to set in the fridge for a minimum of 3 hours. It could set longer. So I will tell you, this is not a recipe you make when you want to take something in an hour. This is an all day. I started it around noon so that we could have it for dessert with dinner for supper time. So just kind of know that you're making something amazing, but be able to space this out. I actually am gonna go run some errands this afternoon while this ganache layer is getting nice and hard in the fridge. So I'm just spreading this out to make it nice and even for later. And that's it. So back to the fridge. 3 or more hours. It needs to be nice and hard. I'm gonna see you after we have dinner as a family, and then I'll take it out. I'll pull away the paper, the parchment paper, so we can see those beautiful 3 layers, and we'll slice it. All right, I don't know about you, but that looks amazing. Chocolate crust, chocolate cheesecake, and a whole layer of ganache on top. Nothing but chocolate on this plate, y'all. All right, here we go. Triple chocolate cheesecake. I need to put it down because apparently I am making a mess. Okay. Why am I blowing on it? It's not hot. If you love brownies, guys, you don't have to be a cheesecake lover, okay? Let me just get that one right out of the way. If you love cheesecake, definitely love this. If you love brownies, you will love this. You don't have to like cheesecake because it tastes like a really gooey, chewy brownie at the same time too. There's something magical about this. I don't know, something pretty good about this. The crust, the middle, the ganache, it all works well together. So in the link will be, or in the, when you click on more, there will be a link to the recipe. And like I said, you can do my crust swap out, or you can do the ketofied crust, and then you'll have the true net carbs, which is ridiculously low. There's like no guilt in this at all. Guys, bring it to a get together and no one will know. It is that good. It is that good. All right, guys. I don't know about you, but you know, there's one piece gone and it's gonna be gone here in just a minute. It is really good. So enjoy a triple chocolate cheesecake and I will see you next time. Bye.